years old.
My boys have never been to the West Coast, so we wanted to have a Northern California adventure. We rode the cable cars from the beginning to the end, Fisherman's Wharf, Alcatraz, off to AT&T Park. It was wonderful.
After the game was over, we started walking back to our hotel.
There was a crash, and then I turned and Ryan was on the ground.
In the blink of an eye, our lives changed.
He was silent on the ground. It wasn't until the ambulance was en route to the hospital that I actually heard him start to moan. I think the second the doors opened, there were already a crowd of, I would say, 20 people in that ER attending to him.
This is a trauma hospital. There really is a large group of people who are ready 24/7 to care for you.
This hospital's for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're a homeless person or the President of the United States. If you get injured in the city or county of San Francisco, you're coming to us.
When Ryan arrived, he was in coma. He had low blood pressure. He had obvious injuries to his lower abdomen and pelvis and to his lower extremities. So we knew we were dealing with a severely injured child.
Ryan also had a traumatic brain injury, which we saw on his head CT scan that he had areas of bleeding in the brain.
He was a banged up little boy, and the biggest thing is when they said there can be brain injury, here's this smart 9-year-old little boy that, you know, is a lot of fun, and we don't know what kind of injury he has and how he's going to recover.
I'm born and raised in San Francisco. I work in the city. Definitely proud to be a native, for sure, and wouldn't want to call any other place home. I remember riding bikes ever since I was a little kid. I was riding my bike to work like I always do. I was training for triathlon at that time. There was a rock in the middle of the road, and I ended up hitting the rock. Went over the handlebars, my shoulder broke the back window, it just cut my neck open. There is that anxiety that was going on back there, the what if I don't get there in time. When I got into the hospital, it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. It was like, okay, I'm here now.
I didn't know how serious until Dr. Campbell came in. It was scary, it was very scary.
He had a gigantic laceration or cut in the left side of his neck, not only through all the skin and the muscles, but down to the vessels, down to his jugular vein, down to his vertebral artery, down to the major structures in his neck were all exposed.
San Francisco General Hospital comes across as the gritty city and county hospital. And it's interesting to me as I travel around the country and the world that San Francisco General has quite literally a world-renowned reputation for the care of the trauma patient, for care of the stroke patient, for care of HIV/AIDS. We're also a major research institution.
When you come here, you will be seeing things and you will receive treatments and have access to certain kinds of technology that don't exist out in the rest of the community and will be things that will become community standard 5 to 10 years in the future.
We work together as a team, the nurses, the physicians, and all the staff. And we problem solve to meet the patient's needs as a team. And that's really unique.
When Antonio was in the ICU and Dr. Campbell would come in, how are you holding up, Mom? Then, how are you doing, Dad? I've had to deal with a lot of doctors. Not one of them has ever asked me if I was okay.
At the same time as they were taking care of Ryan, they were also making sure they were taking care of us. Without that, I don't know how we would have been able to get through.
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you if it wasn't for the work that they did at General Hospital and the work that Dr. Campbell did on me that day.
I'm very proud to be a part of San Francisco General Hospital. I think that this is an extremely special place.
You want to say thank you, but you know, thank you's not enough. They literally saved our son's life.
There is no better trauma center than San Francisco General.
I want to thank everybody for helping me out in San Francisco.